related to public speaking, that how you can be confident, right, in front of any audience. By any audience, I mean it can be on live stage, it can be a podcast, it can be a conference, like it can be like virtual class even, right? So when you are presented with a situation, when you have to present in front of people, there is a sudden fear in your mind, right? So such tips will help you to overcome that fear. Maybe, I hope that this session will be helpful to you all, right? So let's start. Okay, so what I would recommend, keep your pen and paper by your side. You don't have to write anything if you don't want, but I would encourage, there would be some few tips, right, which you can write and you can have a look later on. So because during the session sometimes we listen and then after the session we forget, right? So I don't want you to forget few useful things. And out of the tips which I will share with you, first and second tip is my favorite because I use that always. So I would like to share that with you. Why I am talking this way, or why I am sharing all this with you, because I have suffered from the same situation. I had fear of public speaking. You cannot imagine. Like during my class presentations, when I was a student, I used to shake. I used to shiver. I used to sweat. So this fear, this journey, like how I overcame this fear, right? So I noticed few things which how I struggled and which tips I used. So I have put everything here, right? So I would like to share with you all. Okay. So first of all, I would like to tell you, like, this session is a perfect fit for you if you want to get rid of unnecessary fears and self-doubt that paralyze you days before presentation. You know that feeling when you know that, oh, tomorrow is my presentation, and you have a sleepless night. You cannot sleep, right? And when you know that, oh, tomorrow it's my meeting, I have to present in front of my boss. These type of fears, they paralyze you, right? So this is a perfect fit for you if you want to get rid of such fears, right? And this session is a perfect fit for you if you want to stop worrying that audience is judging you. You know, most of the times why people fear public speaking, they think that, oh, audience is gonna think about me that I'm so dumb, I look foolish, they're gonna know that you have such fears in your mind. You think that I'm about to be found out, that they will know that I know nothing. This is just your creation, your mind's creation. This is not the truth, right? This is very common feeling. Most of the people have shared this feeling that when they are about to present, right, they have this fear that they're going to be found out. Audience will know that they don't know anything. Even if they're expert in those topics or in those areas, still they have this type of feeling. So we will discuss that too, right? Then this session is a perfect fit for you if you prepare for weeks only to freeze up in front of your audience. And this thing happens with lots of people. I have people have shared their experience, my friends, my colleagues, right? Even I have faced those situations, so I know, like, with most of the people it happens, right? So first of all, what we are going to discuss, right? We will discuss 3 common mistakes which hold you back. 3 common mistakes means most of the times, people have their own type of mistakes, but here I have put 3 common mistakes which everyone make. Those who are struggling with this fear, or they are not confident with public speaking, right? So these mistakes hold you back. We will discuss them, and along with that, we will discuss how to overcome those mistakes, how you can improve in those areas, how you can be confident, right? So we will discuss that. after discussing the mistakes and their solutions, then we will discuss 4 steps, 4 powerful tips, which will help you to overcome that fear, right? So that you can deliver a powerful presentation in front of any audience, right? So these are the things we are going to discuss. After that, I will give you time to ask questions. We will have 10-15 minutes for that, even if you want longer, so we can stay longer also, right? So yeah, so this is today's schedule. Let's start. First of all, you should know the difference between present and past. Public speaking was very common in past also, but today scenario has changed a little bit. No doubt there are conferences, no doubt there are meetings, just like few years ago, right? But few more things have been added up, right? Today, see, you can interact through live streams, which was not an option in past times, right? And you can also participate in video summits. This is due to technology, due to advancement, right? So you have lot many options. And when you record and share your own videos, this is also public speaking, because at the end, who is going to watch your video? Public. So if you have that fear that, oh, after watching my video, I'm not going to post anything on YouTube, people are going to judge me. You know, such type of fears hold you back. Isn't it? Maybe you are very talented. Maybe you are a very good chef. But due to this fear of facing public, you are not posting anything on YouTube. Maybe you deserve those millions of views, right? But you think that, oh, in comment section, when someone will say that, oh, this chef is not so great, then I will feel bad. You know, these type of fears already you have in your mind. Maybe no one will say that. And even if they say, there will be so many people who will appreciate you. But you have that fear and you are just continuously, you know, paying attention to that part only, keeping aside rest of the things. Isn't it? Right? So then you can be host or be guest on a podcast. This is also public speaking, because at the end, public is going to listen to you, right? So these are today's new options which have appeared due to technology, due to change in technology, change in era, right? So you don't have any other option. Once you choose one of those, not showing up is no longer an option. You have to show up. What happens when in class you have to give presentation, which accounts for 60% of your final grades? What will you do? Can you afford to not show up? Can you sit back? No, you don't have that option, right? Sometimes you are forced in that situation. But I want you to be, you know, confident from inside. Not because of force that, okay, your instructor has forced you, or situation has forced you, or your maybe if you are in a field or you are working, your boss has forced you. No, it should not be an option. In sports talks, we were not forced to give, this lecture or take this session. No, no one is forced, right? This is our choice. We are here by our choice. So what I want you, just, you know, to be confident. I will share a few tips, like, you know, it happens with everyone. Why I understand this, I told you, like, because I have been there, right? Everyone has been there. So many students, they just tell me, I can give presentation to you only. I cannot give in front of students. They're going to judge me. Please. These type of things I have seen. Then I relate to them, because this was the same feeling I had, right? But the thing is, sooner you overcome it, better it is for you. Because at the end, you have to overcome, because you are going to enter the market. You can not always remain in your shell. You have to face people, you have to present your opinion, you have to share your ideas if you want to grow in life, right? So just keep on taking notes if you feel something is useful for you, right? So I will discuss three mistakes first of all, and then we'll give you some tips how you can overcome those mistakes, right? And after that, you can ask questions. Mistake number one. First of all, you believe that public speaking is a natural talent. It cannot be learned. I have seen so many people saying that to me. You know, when I encourage people that you should speak, you should speak up, you should share your ideas in the class. You should never feel shy. They say that no, they are confident because they are naturally confident. I am shy, I am introvert, I cannot speak in front of people. This is my nature. People say like that. But this is a misconception. Public speaking is not a natural talent. It can be learned, right? It's a skill. For that, you have to do practice. For that, you have to learn new things, right? So it's a skill that can be taught, that can be learned, that can be practiced. That's why we are here. That's why we all are here, right? Then it doesn't matter. Even if you're introvert, so many successful business persons, they have been introvert in their lives. But do you think they are in top position without presenting themselves to people? No. If you want a top position, sooner or later, you will be in that situation where people will be looking at your face and you will be presenting your ideas. Right? So it doesn't matter even if you are introvert, it doesn't matter you failed before in front of audience. Sometimes people say that, oh, I failed once and now I have that fear. I cannot overcome this. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter even if you aren't a native speaker. Sometimes people say, I'm not a native speaker. My nation is, not English speaking nation, so I'm not confident. It doesn't matter. With proper training is not like you have to join particular classes and then you have to get trained. Training means get trained by yourself. If you want to grow in life, right, then with right attitude and training, anyone can become a great public speaker. So the very first mistake is when you think that it's a natural talent. And the second mistake is you approach public speaking from a place of fear. If I approach you with fear, then I cannot concentrate on you. I cannot deliver anything to you. You should approach public speaking from a place of love. All these are different type of feelings, right? If you approach from a place of fear, you would concentrate only on your fear. But if you approach public speaking from a place of love, from a place where you think that, okay, I'm going to give something to people today. I'm going to do something good for them. Then you start connecting to your audience. When you approach public speaking from a place of fear, you are focusing on what your audience think of you rather than what you can give to them. When I started this session today, I was more focused on what I can give to you. No matter how talented you all are. But yes, I truly believed that, yes, I have something which I can give to you all today. Right? So try to change this thing. Try to approach public speaking from a place of love instead of fear. Then you start connecting to your audience well. At the end, all are human beings, right? Individually, if you can talk to people, then when you see in a group, it creates a fear. But at the end, no one is judging you. They understand. They have been at same places. We all are same, right? So, as I told you, effective public speaking comes from a place of love and desire to give. You know how have you seen cooking videos or videos that teach you some art and craft or videos motivational speakers? Why they speak with so much passion and smile on their face? Because they approach their audience from a desire to give or from a feeling of love. They feel you all. They feel us, right? Similarly, it should be you. Even if you are presenting in class, right? Respect other people's time. If people have been there to listen to you, you should not be so selfish to focus on your fear only. You should try to deliver something which can be useful for them because they are listening to you. They are giving their time to you, right? If you focus on your audience and their needs, you will be able to genuinely connect with them and you will create a transformational experience. Mistake number 3, you approach public speaking the wrong way. You know what I mean? It's quite similar to second mistake. When you approach public speaking from a wrong way, by that I mean people usually, what I can do, suppose I have a notebook, right? Before my presentation, if I keep on reading it, I keep on cramming the things, it's not going to make me confident in public speaking. If I have that fear in my heart, if I have that fearful mind, even if I have done practice, lots of practice, I cannot present well. I cannot do justice. I cannot engage audience. Okay, so don't approach public speaking from the wrong way. By wrong way, I mean practice is not the only solution. Unless and until you train your mind to overcome fears, right? When you have fearful mind, even if you know a lot, even if you have crammed whole book, how does that matter? When you will speak like a robot, people will not listen to you. They will not feel connected, right? So to engage audience, you need to connect to them. And for that, you need to overcome fears inside you. Okay, so these are the 3 mistakes which we have discussed. You should not approach it from fear and wrong way, right? And practice is not the only solution. So try to overcome all these mistakes and let's discuss tips for overcoming the fear of public speaking and delivering a powerful presentation in front of audience. There are so many tips. We all know. We have been presented with the situations where we were speaking in front of public. You all know what can be the tips, right? But one tip which I always remember, that is my favorite, which is the first one, right? Understand the science behind your fear. Now, why I'm saying science? What is science? Science gives you answers of everything. You are feeling pain, you are feeling headache. Science gives you answer that why that headache is there, right? You are feeling certain emotions. Science also has that type of answer that there is some imbalance in your hormones or something like that. Science gives you answers to the things, right? So what is fear? Try to understand why I am feeling that fear. Suppose your presentation is at 6 o'clock, right? and you're so fearful at 4 o'clock, and the whole day you could not eat, you could not sleep, you could not take rest, and you are feeling anxiety, right? Try to notice your behavior. Try to see why I am so stressed. Do I not know anything? Why, like, am I not prepared? I have prepared. I have prepared for 7 days. Why still I am so fearful? Ask yourself. You will get answer, before you attempt to overcome this fear, you need to understand it. When you feel that fear, try to understand what is that fear. Is it good or bad? Now there are two people. One is very confident and they say that, okay, I can go and present in front of people. It's not a big deal. They don't have fear. What will happen? They did not prepare anything. When they went there, people asked questions and they didn't have answer. So fear is not a bad thing. Fear keeps you away from, unexpected dangers. If you have fear, you will prepare fully. Isn't it? Fear will keep you moving. So fear is not a bad thing. But there are two types of fears. But our brain cannot differentiate between those two types. Reasonable and unreasonable. Reasonable fear means, suppose there is a tiger in front of you. Will you see him and feel relaxed and say that, no, I don't fear anything, right? If you're swimming, there is shark in front of you. You will have a fear. Out of that fear, your body will do some kind of movement, which will save your life. So reasonable fear is important. When your life is in danger, you always feel that fear. Isn't it? But when you are presenting, what is that type of fear? I mean to say, you should learn to differentiate between reasonable and unreasonable fear. This is called mind training. This is how I trained myself. This is how people train themselves. Right? Try to differentiate between reasonable and unreasonable. Reasonable means when your life is really in danger. When you have a tiger or lion or shark in front of you, or your life is really in danger, there is a fire, you run here and there. That is natural fear. Right? But when you are giving a presentation, is your life in danger? Can it harm you in a bad way, or you can lose your life? When you ask such questions, then you feel like, oh, this is unnecessary fear, which I'm feeling, right? So unreasonable fear is all about our self-perception. When we have a self-doubt that I'm not good enough, unreasonable fear is originated from that feeling. When you feel that I'm not good enough, I'm gonna ruin up things, it's gonna be disaster because I am like that. Then you have such type of unreasonable fears, which is completely unnecessary, right? So it has nothing to do with your physical danger. How you can differentiate between these two fears? Ask yourself, is it gonna kill me? Is presenting in front of people gonna kill me? If answer is no, that is unreasonable fear. Unreasonable fear means unnecessary fear. If you understand this equation, then you will be confident always. Right? So this is the main tip which I always, always whenever I am in a situation, right? Then I ask myself, is it life-threatening? No? Then okay, it's fine. Mind training is nothing else. It's all about these things. When you train your mind to see things lightly. What happened with us? We take things too serious. We feel like, oh my God, people are going to judge me. I will look bad or something like that. We have so much self-doubt. If you feel you are confident, if you feel you have knowledge, then that's all. That is what matters in life, right? So try to overcome this thing. Second is learn to feel confident instead of just appear confident. I have heard a quote which says that fake it till you make it. It doesn't work in real life, in all the situations. In some situations, it might work, but in all the situations, it doesn't work. When you are faking confidence and deep inside you have fear, it means you are doing a fraud with yourself. Right? You don't need to fake confidence. You should learn how to be confident. Why you need to fake it? When you can actually have that confidence from inside, why you just want to fake it? Right? So learn to feel confident rather than just appear confident. When you will learn to feel confident, right, it will become your habit. And I can guarantee you, once you overcome this fear of public speaking, it never comes back. It's not like today you overcame it somehow and after a month it's going to come back. Never. Once you are done with this, you're done with this. Then you will stay confident always. Right? So learn to feel confident instead of just appearing. So don't go by that quote which says that fake it till you make it. Then you will keep on faking it. Right? So don't just go by every quote that you see. They are written by people and people can be foolish also. So try to choose, every quote on internet that is not true. Try to choose which works best for you. Okay? So, as I told you, don't fake confidence. Feel it from inside. And key is only this one. Love your audience. Whosoever you're presenting, even if it's your class, your colleagues, or general public, or you're posting a video on YouTube, just respect other people's time. If they are giving you their time, time is the most precious thing. Then try to make it worth. Try to love them. Love in the sense, try to give them something which they don't have. Or if they already have it, try to remind them. Maybe you all knew already whatever I have talked today, right? Maybe you all know it already. But sometimes we forget such things. So what I'm doing, I'm just reminding you. Right? So love your audience, put their interests above yours. I have seen so many people presenting, you know how, oh, this is my turn. Just reading, cramming, and not paying attention to what people think, how they feel, nothing. After 10 minutes, they feel like, oh, my turn is over. Like, how can we become so selfish? We wasted 10 minutes of maybe so many people's life. How can we do that? If we are presenting, if people are listening, even if one person is listening to you, respect that. So many times when you see audience, and if you see someone is making a weird face or something, you lose confidence. Why? Maybe they just saw a message where someone is fighting with them or something like that. It can be their personal life situation also. But you are ready to feel that, oh, no one likes me. Maybe I am looking bad or foolish. Self-doubt and misconceptions, right? So put their interest above yours. Love your audience. Don't make misconceptions that they don't like you, they don't love you. It's not your job. Your job is to give them something, and that should be selfless, right? So here is a trick. Why I am saying you focus on your audience. This also has a science behind it. When when you shift your focus from you to audience, right? What happens? Fear is in your heart. Fear is in your mind. When you shift your focus, you forget that fear, because according to science, our brain can fully focus on one thing at a time. Once you focus on your audience, you won't be able to focus on your fear. It means you will forget that. It means you will become confident. And then after your presentation, you will say, I don't know why, like, how I got that courage to present. I was so scared. I don't know from where I got. It's nothing. When you got engaged, when you paid more attention to your audience, you forgot about that fear, which made you confident. It's that, right? So if you cannot find solutions just like that, try to see science behind things, right? So as a result, you feel more confident and in control of or in front of an audience, right? You are in control of yourself. Okay? Third, craft a talk that will captivate and transform your audience. Why I'm saying that? Don't just say anything that you want to say. You remember, like in your life, in past few years, you remember any lecture that you have attended, any presentation, any video that you still remember. Try to remember why you still like that video or why you still remember that lecture. Why? Because it captivated you. Because they shared something very useful which changed you somehow, which gave you something which you didn't have. So similarly, it's for you. If you remember someone's lecture which you heard maybe 3 years back, right? So try to create same type of experience for your audience. Try to captivate them. Try to transform them. Transform means even if you can change a little thing means maybe you are presenting on a very good business ideas. If your audience learns something from you, a business strategy, then it means you have transformed them in some way, right? So this is called real love for your audience, right? So crafting a presentation is not about telling your audience everything that you know. It doesn't mean you are telling them everything that you know. You know everything, you know so many things. Do you think you should share each and everything? No. Try to share what your audience expects from you. First of all, you should know who your audience is, right? First of all, you should know who your audience is and what they expect from you. This is very important tip. If you know that what they expect from you, suppose you are in entertainment industry, what your audience expect from you? Entertainment. Suppose you are a singer, right? So what your audience expect from you? Good music, good songs. So know who your audience is, right? Then try to create a memorable experience for them. This is also very important tip. People usually remember what they feel longer than what they hear. Whatever you hear, even today, whatever you heard, right? Maybe you will forget. but how you felt when I tried to give you some examples where you could relate yourself, then you will think that, oh, yeah, that's true. I should not feel that way. It's not worth. I am confident. Yes, that presenting in front of people is not a big deal, right? And fear is not a bad thing. Just because of fear, I will prepare fully. It's a good thing, right? So try to create such experience. See what is written here. People remember what they feel longer than what they hear. And the last tip is be well prepared for your presentation. Have a system in place. Suppose you are presenting and you don't have a laptop, right? You will feel anxious. If you rely on your friend and your presentation is at 4, suppose today's presentation was at 4 and I'm relying on my friend that who said that, okay, I'll give you laptop at 3:30. Can I be confident? Up to 3:30, I will feel nervous. Oh, he hasn't come. Where is the laptop? How I'm going to present? I mean to say, when you are presenting in front of people, keep system ready. By system, I mean everything that you need. Maybe you are in front of, you are in a live meeting. If you have made some notes, keep that notepad with you. If you need any other equipment or any other thing, keep those things ready. If you think that your mouth gets dry when you speak, keep water ready with you. If you fear that you might have a headache or something, keep everything with you so that you do not interrupt your meeting. Right? Suppose if I say, tell you all, hey, can you please wait for a minute? I need to take my medicine. How would you feel? I know people understand, but these things do not look nice. It make you less confident when you feel like you are lacking in something. It make you feel less confident. It make you feel bad. And when you feel bad, you are nervous, you are not happy. When you are confident, you are happy, you are confident, everything, right? So I mean to say, be well prepared. Ask yourself these questions. How will you ensure that you remember your presentation? If you fear that you will forget few points, make a note. No one will say anything. If you fear you will forget, see, I didn't see those, but I made few notes because I thought I might forget something. But when I connected with you all, I didn't need those. Be well prepared. If you fear you can forget something, make notes. It's okay. It's fine. Even our prime ministers, presidents, when they present in front of people, they are continuously looking into their paper. So it's not a big deal, right? And be ready for some issues which can come up. Unexpected situations can come in any case. It can happen with anyone. It has happened to me also. But yes, try to minimize them, right? And how you would deal with unexpected questions. Ask yourself, if there is a question unexpected and if you don't know the answer, how would you deal with that situation? And these questions are not to scare yourself, right? If you are asking these questions to yourself before the presentation, it doesn't mean that you're scaring yourself. It means you want to be fully prepared, right? So these are the 4 tips. I hope you all made some notes or listened to it, because these are very useful tips. Even I have adopted them in my life, right? So yeah, that was all. If you have now questions, I'm ready to answer. You can unmute yourself and you can ask a question, right? We have 15 to 20 minutes. You're most welcome.
Um, how how will you deal with unexpected questions? Like, what what would be a good way to answer that one?
Yeah, in my life, whenever I have faced that situation, if I know a little bit about that topic or whatever they are asking, I would share that information. Otherwise, I always promise them, especially because I'm an instructor. If I don't know something, right, then I do not just give wrong answers. That's not the justice. So I tell them that, yeah, I would do research. That's a very good question. And I didn't think about it. I would appreciate them to raise such question. Because if we do not know the answer, I never suggest anyone to fake the answer. Because that can be very dangerous when we share wrong information. So just appreciate them, thank them, and yeah, if the situation is such, you can even apologize also.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other question?
Is there anyone else?
Yeah, anyone else?
Is there anyone else with a microphone?
Could I ask, Jogisa,
Yes.
would you, I'm sorry, I didn't come in from the very beginning.
Okay.
What I did hear you talking about entertaining your audience.
Yeah.
What's the place for jokes?
Sorry?
What would be your guidelines for using jokes?
Jokes?
Yeah. Trying to be humorous.
When actually I have seen so many comedians, right? It's a very hard job to entertain someone with a comedy, right? So in their talk itself, they have to be very humorous. I don't think I have that thing in myself, right? Yeah. So maybe they know. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Does it depend on like what type of presentation you're doing, or
Yeah.
what type of audience you have?
Basically, my idea was, how to overcome the fear when you go in front of public. So even if you are a comedian, you are there to make people laugh. But that type of fear, that feeling, that anxiety, you always feel before going on the stage. So basically, these tips were just to overcome that fear. That hey, that fear is not something reasonable that can kill you. Think that is unnecessary. That is created by you only. Once they connect with the audience, then they are on. Then show is on. We have seen so many comedians, right? Just speaking and we continue to laugh. They never fear that. What if my audience doesn't laugh on my jokes? If they start feeling that way, they would never be able to come on the stage. So they have trained their mind that way. It's nothing, it's just mind training. Yeah.
Are there other resources online or elsewhere that you would recommend to look into, or?
For more tips?
Yeah.
When I was trying to overcome these type of fears, I learned from my experience, because being an instructor, I had to overcome. When I was a student, still it was fine, but being an instructor, you have to face audience every day. So, but yes, there are so many YouTube videos, and usually I listen to Jay Shetty. I hope you all know him. So he's a motivational speaker, and yeah, few more, Sadhguru, Jay Shetty. Yeah.
How do you spell Jay Shetty's name?
Yeah, Jay Shetty. Let me type in chat.
Okay.
Yeah. We talk about all the aspects of life, but yes, there are some videos which can motivate for public speaking also. And yeah, for mind training, I usually listen to Sadhguru. He's a spiritual. If someone is interested, I don't this is just for mind training. Not every day, I just listen once in a while, after 2 months or yeah, whenever I get time. But yes, they make a difference. Because we are engaged in our jobs. We have so much to do in our daily life. This is their main job. They are continuously training themselves and they are helping people to train their mind also, right? So I think they share useful information.
Well, I think I'm good now. So
Thanks.
yeah, thanks for the class.
Thanks for listening to the whole session and being attentive. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Take care. Stay safe.
SprottTalks College since 1903.